Welcome to the Octave 101 training Edge Action tutorial. Let's get started. The device we're using in this tutorial is the Mango Red. You can learn a lot more about the Mango Red at mango.io mango-red-sierra. The goal of this tutorial is to understand Octave Edge Actions, the capabilities, and understand the steps to create the Octave Edge Actions in the Octave platform and apply them to the device. Edge actions are developed on the Octave platform and saved on the Octave device where they are executed. Edge actions allow developers to write code in JavaScript that utilize observations as input. Edge actions contain JavaScript and function calls and allow developers to add logic on the edge, manipulate the event data, combine it with other data, send it to other resources, or even save it as a virtual resource on the device. Here's a simple edge action example. When a light event occurs, the edge action will combine the GPS and the light data and send the data to a new cloud stream, a virtual resource, and to a stored and forwarded buffer. And then we also add a message to the LCD on the Mango Red. Here's an illustration of our edge action tutorial use case. Our edge action will collect light sensor data from the Mango Red device as input to an edge action via observation. It'll push that light sensor and location data to an Octave cloud stream, which can then be used later to post data to a customer's cloud platform, a virtual resource stored on the device, and to the display on the LCD sensor on the Mango Red. This is the edge action code we'll use for our tutorial. Remember, this edge action is triggered from the light sensor values off the Mango Red. The data hub is then used to read the GPS coordinates of the lat and long off the onboard GPS. A location message is constructed that will be used later in the edge action. Here I've included a console log to show an example of debugging. And then we'll construct a meaningful message for a user. If the light reading is greater than 1500, the description will be bright. If it's greater than 300, the description will be dim, else it will be dark. So we construct the light message, and then we return values to the different options we have in our edge action. First, we will display the light message on the LCD, and then the location, which is the lat and long on the LCD. And then we'll write to a cloud stream, the payload with our light reading, our lat, and our long. And we'll also write the same thing to a virtual resource that we could store on the device. This can be used for comparisons, making decisions, etc. And then function ends. This outline shows the 7 easy steps to complete the edge action tutorial that you'll see in the following videos. Enable the resources to be used in this tutorial. Create a virtual resource to store the telemetry. Create an observation on the light sensor. Create the edge action. And then observe the LCD. Observe the events in the default data stream. And observe the value of the virtual resource. Step 1. Let's enable the resources to be used for this tutorial. They include the light and the location GPS. To enable the light sensor and the GPS, navigate to your resources. For the GPS, to location, set the value to true for state, and give it a period for the sampling of the GPS sensor at 5 seconds. Click Set, click Apply. Notice the spinning icon near your device. That is the changes of the configuration sent to the device. Now navigate down to your red sensor light. Do the same thing. Enable the state of the sensor to true. Set the sample rate at 5 seconds. Click Set, and don't forget to click the Apply button. Once again, you'll see the spinning icon as the configuration is sent down to the device. When that icon spin stops, the values have been set. The configuration is updated. Step 2, let's create the virtual resource to store the device telemetry on the device. create a virtual resource, select the Resources tab, click the Add Virtual Resource button, fill in the name of the virtual resource. In this case, it's light_payload, and it's a data type of JSON. Click the Add button. Click the Apply button to send the configuration down to the device. Notice the spinning icon. As soon as that stops, the configuration has been sent to the device, and the virtual resource is being created. Step 3, let's create an observation on the light sensor. Once we create this observation, a data stream will automatically be created. Until an observation is created on the resource, no data will flow to the Octave cloud. So navigate to the Resource tab, scroll down to the resource that you want to stream data, create the observation using the Add Observation button. We're going to create an observation that will flow data to an edge action. Give it a descriptive name, light to edge action. We're also going to throttle events. The resource is being sampled every 5 seconds. We're going to send data every 15 seconds. So click the Save button, and you've created your observation. If you go to the Observation tab, you'll now see the observation. Step 4, we'll create the edge action. You can create an edge action from scratch or cut and paste the tutorial code. Now let's create our edge action. Click the Edge Action tab. Click the Add Edge Action button. You have to give each edge action an input source, and we only have one, and that's the observation that we just previously created. And we'll give the edge action a name. And then we can write the code from scratch, or we'll just cut and paste the code in from the tutorial. Click the Save button. The edge action will be pushed down to the device. Step 5. While using a light source shining on the mango red, observe the LCD values change. Step 6. Observe the fence in the default stream. Navigate to the default stream so we can see the values of the light sensor changing. The tabular values will change and update at regular intervals. You can also see the data in a graphical format, and it will update in regular intervals as well. So over time, you can see the values of the light sensor changing. And if you look on your LCD of your device while you're applying light sources, you'll see the message change. Using the Octave UI, go to the Resources tab and observe the virtual resource change as you apply different light values. To observe changes in your virtual resource, navigate to the Resources tab and to the Virtual Resource section. Open up the light payload and expand so you can see the values. Values in that payload are the long and the light value. As the screen refreshes, you'll be able to see the values of these change over time. Congratulations, you've created an edge action in the Octave platform and applied it to your device. Hopefully you understand what the Octave edge actions are, what the capabilities are, and understand the steps to create edge actions in Octave and apply them to a device. We thank you so much for your time. Stay tuned for more tutorials.